to follow my dreams, a luxury I can't live without, and neither should you. But while we wait for dreams to become a reality, we sip on warm teas, and for teas, we need berries. And that brings us to now, a foggy day, picking away until the sun disappears. Up to this point in the wipe, things were relatively chill, so I made my way out when the sun came up to collect more scrap, loot, and do a little hunting. Sometimes my curiosity would get the best of me, and I would spawn out in the middle of nowhere to see what was going on, because in my faraway corner of the map, things were calm, but the server pop was high, and those players had to be somewhere. I was beginning to collect a lot of loot, and I was hoping to recycle. That way, I could research items that I needed. An outpost was the safest place to do that. So I put on my backpack and I made my way underground. The idea was to take a train all the way to outpost. If I could make this run, it would be a game changer. After swapping out trains and finally getting to the surface, I had a weird feeling that I was being watched, and as I observed my surroundings, I saw this guy I simply tossed the fuel back into the train, and I was at it again. The elevator shaft at Outpost, one of the most nerve-wracking places in the game. The chances of a grub being here are very high, and on this run, there was. So I decided to head back to the train and simply rip through the surface to the world above.
I got my pain and my heart on my sleeve. Only escape when I'm under the sheets. I feel the ground break from under my feet. I'm lost in the noise, feeling annoyed, sick in the void. I need to breathe, suffocating, let go of me. Truth is, I've been losing all my patience. I hate that I locked up when I'm anxious. I can't go on like that. My world is caving in. I've been waiting. I hold a loaded pistol. My hands shaking. I lay on the ground so blissful. I had a dream I walked in with angels. Head down, arms crossed, legs shackled. Do you know the life I live? Step off the pain since I was a kid. Run away with nowhere.
Somehow, I actually made it, and so I recycled, purchased items, and prepared to send my scrap back to my base.
Hell no! Do you hear what's going on over there? Why does it just doesn't feel safe around these parts?
You will never leave the gap. You will never leave.
I spawned back at home and began building my shop. For that, I needed some wood. I tried to build this as quickly as possible so that my body wouldn't despawn at Outpost. Luckily, it was a success. Opportunities like this, when the server seems to be relaxed, I grab a pickaxe and I head out to do some farming. And on this evening, the sunset was orange, beautiful, and slowly setting. And so I took that in from the corner of my eyes as I worked. When you're in your thoughts, getting things done inside your base, a stray bullet like this can wake you right up. Just when you think things are perfect, a change begins to happen. As a solo on the hardest server in the game, anything is possible. So whenever I get the chance, I upgrade what I can. Sometimes your subconscious speaks to you, and in this moment, I upgraded what I could just in case anything crazy would happen. And as I was doing that, a guest paid me a visit.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo, you mind if we're cool? I'm a solo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm solo too, man. Do you live nearby?
If you want, I can invite you to the team. I'm about to slide over here, bro. I'm stuck in between two Zergs.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, hey man, feel free, man. I'm just chilling over here. It hasn't been too bad, so.
Yeah, here, I'll get away from the base real quick, but... Yeah, it looks pretty quiet over here.
Yeah.
What's your name, bro?
My name is Orange.
Here, I'll step away, but... I just want to see who you are.
Hey man. Teats. How you doing?
It's me and another guy who I was trying to be friends with, but we were, in between two Zergs by Excavator,
Yeah.
so it's...
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
And they allied with this they allied with this Chinese clan,
Oh,
so they couldn't get
really?
raided. They were like 10 deep.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah, and the Chinese Zerg just got on, and then they allied with them. Yeah,
Oh my
bro,
gosh.
so I came over here to check it out.
Okay. Hey, there's
If you need
no
anything, let
room
me
for
know.
us, man.
I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and rotate some stuff over, but
Okay.
if you need anything, let me know.
All right. Yeah. Same. See you, bro.
I sealed my suicide bunker, and moments later, the wipe would change, and it would never be the same. It all started with excessive tree cutting outside my base. And so I spawned at a sleeping bag outside my base to see what was going on, and that's when I noticed the chaos. It was clear I was completely surrounded by a Zerg. They were moving in, whether I liked it or not. And so I stepped away from the situation and I spawned out near a supermarket. I decided I would loot here, run all the way to outpost, recycle, buy and research a drop box. That way I could pass loot in and out of my suicide bunker. If a Zerg was going to completely surround me, they were probably going to raid, and I wanted to make the raid as hard as possible. As the Zerg slowly expanded, I decided to do a little exploring. Maybe I could find a new place to build. It was simply a thought, and so I spawned out in the snow. I got a salvage pickaxe. took over an abandoned base, and I slowly began to farm for scrap. But as I was doing all of this, in the back of my head, I was picturing my home. I knew this wouldn't last, not after building my base to where it was. And so I headed back there, and what I saw completely blew my mind. This Zerg had built so many small bases all around my base. They didn't look like strong bases, but there were a lot of them. It seemed as though they were building a village. They had completely wiped out all of the trees in the area, leaving none for a solo like me. And so, I resorted to this. One day, I logged in, growing used to the sound of chaos outside of my base.
What's going on?
And when I opened my doors, I could see the Zerg attacking a new base down by the ocean. The number of people that were surrounding the base motivated me to get a closer look. I quickly realized that this Zerg had no idea that I wasn't one of them.
マルト注意。マルト注意。あ、お前、こいつ殺せ。太し殺せ、太し。太し殺せ。太しやばい、太しやばい。おい、規制張ってるやつ殺せ。殺せ、殺せ。
起こして
ちょっと待て待てちょっと待て待て
ありがとうありがとうありがとう
相手が嫌気をさすので
Zerg was chaotic. They were unorganized, and oftentimes I could swoop in, take a few out, and collect a decent amount of loot. But there was always the risk that they would shift their attention to my base, and so I made it a priority to upgrade the core of my base to metal. Sure, I was surrounded by chaos, but I wasn't planning on being taken out that easily. Thank you so much for watching, and a special thanks to my YouTube members. You've been watching an Orange Dream production.